Welcome back to Adri's Farmhouse Kitchen. Today we are making one of my favorite fermented food, sauerkraut. Before we do the sauerkraut, I'm just doing some polytunnel maintenance and some watering. Although it's overcast, I'm not sure if it's gonna rain. I'll leave the outside for now, but the polytunnel needs watering. And I would like to sow some more seeds, and we're gonna harvest some cabbages, and then we're gonna go to the kitchen to make sauerkraut. What I've been doing last couple of days, emptying these two panels over here from the peas, and just right there behind me it's a wheelbarrow full of the peas. So we're gonna take that to the compost, and I am cutting back more the squash and pumpkins around the raised beds so we can walk around. And because it's 1st of August today, so happy August everyone. Because it's August now, so we literally have got a couple of months left for the squash and the pumpkin to mature before a possible frost. Hopefully we're not gonna have frost, but we did have frost in September in the past, so the weather is just never guaranteed. So I'm cutting the back all the the shoots, the new runners. We don't need those anymore because we haven't got time for that. So I've been making some piles. So as soon as I take the peas, I'll come back, I'll make another huge wheelbarrow full of pile with all the squash and pumpkin leaves and stems, and then we're going to harvest the cabbages. I really enjoy having the goats so close to the garden. They have so much treat. So I've been just harvesting some things. So I've just harvested that purple sprouting broccoli, what's gone to seed. This is gonna be a treat for the chickens. And I have harvested these fairly destroyed cabbages. I don't think so they will do much now. And I've also harvested some chard, what's going to seed. Sandy! No. I've also cut back the huge trunk of that sunflower from the polytunnel. That's all done. I just gave it to the goats, they love it. And I'm just taking some to the chickens, rest to the compost. I did harvest those small cabbages, but we're gonna do some more harvesting together with the beautiful purple field kraut cabbages to make the kraut. Lucy, you ready to go to the house? Let's go. Come on! I try not to harvest all the cabbages because obviously we need to process it. So today we are making sauerkraut, and this is a lovely cabbage. We're gonna make a purple sauerkraut. How beautiful this is. All these huge leaves I'm going to give to the chickens. Oh, look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, wow. That's marvelous. I'm gonna leave this in here and get another one. So we've harvested these two. I think this is gonna be enough for the purple or red cabbage kraut, and I would like to make just a normal green kraut as well. So let's harvest the couple of the Holland late winter cabbage. I mean, this one is the best. Take this out. Wow, look at this. That is amazing. This has got a very firm head, so we can use this up, and all the leaves can go to the alpacas and the goats. They're absolutely gonna appreciate this. Okay, I think we've got enough for today's project to make sauerkraut. We're going to make two different, from the normal cabbage and from a red cabbage. So let's go back to the house. Cabbage is washed, and I'm going to use a knife to cut them up. Because it is a fairly small amount, I have decided to just, you know, use my hands to cut this up. Don't use any food processor, machine or grater or anything like that. So what I'm gonna do, it's been sitting in a sink with cold water for a while. Let any more bugs disappear. We've got few Savoy cabbages. Savoy cabbages, actually, it's not the greatest because they already soft, but we just work with what we have. Those two, the little one and the large one, are a good one, a nice firm head. So I'm going to weigh the cabbage after I've cut it up. So we're going with the weight, what we're actually gonna use in the crock pots. And I've not talked about the crock pots we're using. A small crock pot for the white cabbage, and this large one for the red cabbage, friends. And if you got any leftover, we're gonna use a quart size mason jar as well. So we just see how it goes. Okay. So what I'm doing in here now, I'm just cutting these cabbages in half, and I take the core out. I don't mind leaving a little bit, it gives a good flavour, but just a little bit with those tough bits, I cut it out. And if I see like a brown on the leaves, I would remove those as well. But we try to use as much as we can. This one is a beautiful head of cabbage. This one is the perfect for making sauerkraut. Absolutely love sauerkraut. Lacto-fermented sauerkraut we're making today. And actually this one's got such a lovely core, I'm probably gonna cut that up and put that in there as well. Alright, I think I'm fairly happy with this now. So I'm gonna get actually I'm making bread as well, so I'll put this in quickly in, so we don't need to worry about that. I've already preheated the dish for it. We're just gonna score it quick sticks and that can go in. That'll do. So what we are going to use to make the sauerkraut today, we're gonna use for every kilogram of cabbage, or around 2 pounds of cabbage, I'm gonna use pink Himalayan salt, a tablespoon of pink Himalayan salt, and I taste test it. That's always the best indicator, because with the lacto-fermented sauerkraut, you know, this is not gonna ferment, it's not a long ferment, so we don't want it too salty, otherwise it's gonna stay salty. But again, we want the process going nice and smooth, so we need to add the right amount. So I'm just slicing this cabbage nice and thin, like that. And then what we've done, just put it in this dish. We're probably gonna fill a few dishes. We're gonna weigh the cabbage and we'll see how many kilograms we've got, and that's how we're gonna measure out the salt, and I'll come back to the next step. Also gonna use carraway seed for about half a tablespoon to the crock pot, and I might put some whole black peppercorns. We'll see how it goes. I've got it ready there anyway. I've still got a little bit left from last year. I keep it in a fridge. It's gonna be soft now, but it's still good. I love it. And it's so many of our Hungarian and Slovakian dish using, you know, the sauerkraut in our recipes. So it's a staple food in my culture. I really enjoy doing this. We still have a few more cabbages out there, but we might do something else with that. We'll see how it goes. We are also making dinner using up that beef mince. I took out some canned tomato sauce, and I'm probably gonna serve it over pasta. We've got courgette there to use up, garlic, I'm just looking over because I've got it all ready there. Some basil leaves, so it's gonna be a yummy tea tonight. Still got quite a lot of leftovers from yesterday's what we've created. So what I might do, because now I'm cutting out lunches for the next couple of months. The reason is because I do garden snacks, so I am not hungry, and I'm in a challenge with my cousin to shift a couple of pounds as well. So what I might do, I might use it, anything left over, as a freezer meal. Because now, we either need to have a big freezer meal or freezer cooking day, or do this way, how I'm doing as a pantry challenge as well, same time as an Every Bit Counts challenge, and just do it, just fill the freezer up like that. How we cook, the way we cook every day, every other day, we'll see. I've just checked on the bread, reduced the temperature, another 20 minutes. Right, I've cut the white cabbages up now. So we're gonna start with the Holland Late Winter variety. You know, the tougher one with the harder head. And let's weigh this first. It's a bit windy out there now. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use that big pot, what I usually use for water bath canning, and that's where I'm going to mix and massage together the salt and this cabbage. Right, so this one is exactly a kilogram. So I'm going to empty this here and try to remember it's a kilogram in here, because I do sometimes forget, but we haven't got that much in here, so I think we're good. Right. And because it's only a kilogram, I think we're going to have to mix the two cabbages together. I left a little bit of leaf for the, we're going to put it on the top of the crock pot. Okay, so that's two kilograms. And 260 grams. So I'm just gonna call that 2 kilograms really. And then we're gonna put 2 tablespoons of salt in this one, friends. So what I'm gonna do now, put the scale away for a sec, take half out, and now we're gonna put the 1 tablespoon of salt to this mixture and give it a good massage. Let's get my measuring spoon out and let's do this. And just give it a good massage. Break up those cabbages so they're gonna let moisture out. I don't like putting an extra or excess water if it's not enough in a jar or crock pot, whatever we're using. It's usually have enough water, you know, you just need to leave it longer. So what I usually do, I just leave it, let's say for half an hour, and then come back and massage it again. So that process will take a couple of hours, and then in the end we will have, because the salt needs to work together with that cabbage to break those little cells so the moisture will leave the cabbage. So little massage these cabbages, leave it for half an hour, 40 minutes. Come back, do it again and again, and the cabbage then will suddenly gonna like sink, you know. You're gonna have less cabbage, and if we pull away from the dish we should see water or cabbage brine in the bottom of our pot. So that's done. I'm gonna leave this to it, cover it up, and I'm gonna do exactly the same with the red cabbage. So just go and grab the red cabbage from the sink. Look how beautiful these cabbages are, absolutely fantastic. Right, where is my big knife gone? So again, I'm gonna leave a few cabbage leaves for the top, like that. Should be plenty. And now we're ready to slice. Again, if I see some dirt or damaged leaf, I'll try to remove those, friends. This is a lovely cabbage. I would grow this cabbage again. That was the start of the cabbage family this year, I think. I did change a few times the water in a sink, but you just never know. You don't need any protein to the sauerkraut, friends. So just try our best to remove the lot, if we can. So beautiful. Right. And just do the same than the white cabbage. Just slice it very thin. This one is a tougher variety, so that will make a good sauerkraut as well. That's how you know, like a Savoy cabbage and those soft cabbages like Napa cabbage is good for kimchi. But for sauerkraut, it will, if you do a small amount, what you're going to consume within a few months, it's okay. But if you would like to preserve somehow, I would like through the winter in a refrigerator, then you better find like a hard cabbage variety, because that won't turn to mush, and that's not fun, especially when you work so hard. You put the effort in to grow all these lovely cabbages. I reckon we've got another 2 kilograms in here as well. So 4 kilograms of cabbage I'm guessing we're working with today. What I'm very happy with. For my small family, that's plenty. This is the third time now I am massaging this cabbage, and I just wanted to show you how now released all that water. And can you see? We got less cabbage in here now, and they're looking more translucent compared to what we started with. So I think we're very close to fill that crock pot. Leave it for another half an hour and we're good to go. I've just weighed the red cabbage and it's 2.3 kilograms. So roughly now, together with the white cabbage, we've got 4.5 kilograms of cabbage, what we're working with today. So I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of pink Himalayan salt to all these cabbages, and I'll do exactly the same than the white cabbage. So my plan is to put that cabbage in this small crock pot, and then we can use that pot to massage in the salt into the red cabbage. Okay, we are ready to fill this little crock pot with the white cabbage. So what I'm gonna do as we go along, I'm gonna add a sprinkle of mixed peppercorn and some carraway seed. And then keep firmly using my fist pushing this down as much as we can. If you can't put all in, we use a jar, a mason jar. But usually you can fit more in than what we think. The more juice come out, you can more push it down. And a sprinkle of carraway seed and some peppercorn. So the plan is the liquid should cover the cabbage, so all the cabbage should submerge under the brine, otherwise will mold. So we've got little weights, what I'm gonna put on the top, and a cabbage leaf as well to prevent the floating. So we're just gonna need a little bit of space on the top so we can put these little guys in there. Try not to lose these brine now. Oops. I'll leave this for a little bit. Still got plenty in here, so we're going to, ideally I would have loved to use wide mouth jars. We are coming towards the end to this sauerkraut making project, so more I'm pushing this down, more the liquid come to the top. So we're really not far off now of finishing off, and it's same with this little crock pot. My fist is now on the water, not my fist, but my fingers. So I think we're good. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm going to put these leaves on the top to push this down. So make sure the cabbage piece is not gonna float on the top. And I'm also going to add these little guys, and ideally we would like that to be submerged as well. So that is perfect. Put this up. I'm gonna put a little bit of water in the rim, but what I like to do as well, have like a cookie tray, and I'm gonna leave this on the floor, on the kitchen floor, so if it's any excess that can go on this tray. And I'm gonna put the jar as well on it. So okay, and fill this up with water, and I'm keep filling this up every couple of days. Within a few days we should hear the bubbles coming up, and that means it's all working fine. I've got this little handy, I've got the wrong size. I've got to go back to get the smaller one. This is for a wide mouth jar, but you get the hang of it. So I'm gonna put this in there, push it down, and I have this little lid, what actually fits, what's perfect, and this little tool goes on the top. I'm gonna add some water in there as well, and that would help for us to get those bubbles releasing, you know. Otherwise you can use the normal lid, but then you have to burp them every day. So I'm gonna do the same with the red cabbage. So I'm just massaging now, it's next to me in here, and we're gonna fill the big crock pot with that as well. I'm going to put dinner really quickly together. So what I'm having here, I'll have the minced beef, with, I've got the basil in here, courgette, some beans, French beans from the garden, garlic and shallots. So I'm gonna put all this in here, like that. And all the meat. I'm just gonna make some burger as well, but that really needs using up now and I haven't got the time. That's why this is, I don't know how this is gonna turn up, but you know, I like making things up like that. I've got the stewed tomatoes and vegetables from Lashir's garden in here. Okay, I'm gonna put salt and pepper and some seasoning on top, and I'm gonna put this to the oven, and I'm going to serve this with spaghetti. I tried to cut time, so I don't know how this is gonna turn out. I'm gonna put some chili. I've also put spaghetti in here and also added a couple of tomatoes as well. Oh dear. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, next I'm going to give a bit more massage for the red cabbage. I think we are ready. Yeah, I think we are ready. So I'm gonna fill this crock pot next. Carraway seed. Push it down with my fist. Use this all up. This probably won't fill the whole crock pot, but that's okay. Okay, it's not quite enough brine, so I'm just gonna leave it as it is, and we'll come back in half an hour and we'll push this down again, and I'm sure that's gonna be okay. Okay, did you just hear that? I've literally just put the lid on and it's already started bubbling. Wow, so did you see that? That is awesome. So this going to be ready probably within 7 to 10 days. So we're going to hear lots of these little bubbling sound the upcoming days, and that's a good sign. I try not to open too much the jars. I'm probably gonna open it around the 5 to 7 days mark to have a look how they're doing. But definitely the jar the mason jar is gonna be ready first. Well, I'll definitely keep you updated, and we're going to have a taste test along as we go into the Every Bit Counts challenge. The next couple of vlogs, I actually haven't even planned tomorrow yet. So what I probably do tonight, I go back to the Polytunnel garden and see what's ready next, and I'm gonna come up with something as always. So day 2 ticked, and I cannot wait to do a day 3 tomorrow. But for now, bye friends!